Hey pals, today I'm taking you on a culinary journey to the heart of Italy, where you'll discover the secrets of a timeless, mouth-watering classic. You're going to love this high-protein, flavour-packed, hearty and rustic dish that has delighted generations. Chicken Cacciatore. Hey, I'm nutritionist Scott Baptie and welcome back to my Food for Fitness kitchen. Chicken Cacciatore, or pollo alla cacciatora, or simply Italian hunter's chicken, is a traditional dish that has been enjoyed for centuries. Its origins can be traced back to the rural parts of Italy, where hunters and farmers would prepare the dish with freshly caught game birds. Over time, this recipe has evolved to use typically more accessible ingredients, mainly chicken instead of game, but it's still an absolutely delicious recipe. Now, this delectable one-pot recipe will transport you to those sun-kissed hills in Tuscany with every single bite. So, time to roll up your sleeves. Let's get cooking. So the first thing we're going to do is to work on the veggies. You're going to finely chop a carrot once you have washed and peeled it. And then you're going to do the same with a pepper. I'm using green because we're trying to use lots of different colours of vegetables in this recipe. It just makes the sauce just look that much more appealing. So finely chop up your green pepper, and then you're going to do the same with a red onion. Again, we're using red just for making it more exciting for the colour, and I think it generally works better in this sauce than a white onion. Then you're going to do the same with 4 slices of prosciutto. This is a cured slice from it's pork leg. It's absolutely delicious, and you'll get it in pretty much all supermarkets next to the hams and cold meats and antipasties and so on. Also, at this point, make sure you subscribe, click the like button, leave a comment, all that usual YouTube stuff that we say. Then once you've prepared all your veg, then you're going to sear your chicken breasts on a pretty high heat. Now, we're not going to cook them fully through at this stage. You just want to get some colour on them. Season with black pepper and just fry them on that high heat for about 5 minutes until they start to, get that nice golden colour on the outside. Like I said, they don't need to be fully cooked through because that will happen once we add all the liquid and they will simmer away nicely in the sauce. Once they've got a nice bit of colour on them, just remove them from the pan and set aside. If you use a little bit of olive oil in the pan to fry them, there should be some left there that you're able to use for this next part, so you shouldn't need to add anything else to the pan. But maybe just reduce the heat a little bit so it's more of a medium-high temperature rather than high. Then add the prosciutto and the onion, pepper and carrot, and you want to gently fry that for, let's say 3 to 5 minutes until it starts to soften and you start to get a little bit of crispiness happening to the prosciutto. Fry that, and once everything is softened and smelling delicious and looking pretty good, you're going to add in your garlic. Again, we always add garlic at the end because it just doesn't need the same amount of time as everything else. So we're using 25 grams, that's quite a lot, that's about 5 garlic cloves more or less. I always use a puree just because it's much easier for prep, but we're going to pop that in and fry it for a further 30 seconds or so. The next stage is we're going to add some wine to just give it that really deep, rich flavour. I'm using red wine, only 150 mils, but you want to reduce that down by about a third. This just helps burn off and remove some of the alcohol. But once the wine has reduced down, add 400 mils of chicken stock along with a can of chopped tomatoes and a tablespoon of mixed herbs. Now, the next ingredient we're about to add, I'm about to add, are mushrooms. These should have been fried at the beginning with the veggies. I just actually forgot to add them completely until the last minute. So I've just bunged them in here. It didn't make a huge difference, but I think if you do have the time, it's better to concentrate the flavour down by frying them. Then add your chicken, pop the lid on it, reduce the heat down to medium and simmer for about 15 minutes. After 15 minutes, remove the lid and you're going to simmer for a further 10 minutes uncovered. Then add in your olives, mix it all through and simmer for a final 5 minutes, again with the lid uncovered. By now it is looking and smelling absolutely delicious, so all you need to do is just plate it up and get some green garnish on it. It really does elevate the dish. I'm just using fresh chopped parsley. So there we have it, Italian hunter's chicken or chicken cacciatore. Looking great, and I really hope you enjoy this high protein recipe. As always, if you plan to cook this, please do leave me a comment below and let me know how you found it. And if you're just viewing one of these videos for the first time, or if you've not had a chance yet, click my face somewhere here
and it will allow you to subscribe to the channel, which means that you will get a notification as soon as I post a new high protein recipe so you don't miss out. Anyway, I'm off to go and eat this. Thanks again for watching. I'll speak to you later.